mean, I don't say. Last year you lost at 46, and this year you gotta feel better about going into the game.
Yeah. I mean, we hopefully we've matured. I think we've gotten a little bit better. They're playing some young kids right now. I think as you watch them in tape from their first game to their last game against Butler, you can see them progressively getting better. And they're obviously going through some learning pains with a lot of new kids, and they have a starter back. And it's just different. Every year is different. And I think it's different for both of us. And we have some starters returning, and we felt like maybe we could get a few more things in early in the year than we could last year. And I think they're probably going through something different where they're just trying to get kids minutes, and we're both, I think, trying to figure out who to put on the floor for how long and in what circumstances. So, it's an interesting matchup tomorrow.
Coach, that Western Michigan win, is that a shot in the arm coming into this game?
I think so, but I think win or lose, the way that the college basketball season has become, it's so long. We play so many games that I don't think you can get too excited or too disappointed after any game, more than maybe 24 hours of enjoying the victory. But then I think you got to get back to learning and preparing and getting ready for your next game. We were fortunate that we had a couple days to prepare for this one. At the end of the week, it's a different scenario where we're going to play Tuesday, then we're going to practice Wednesday, leave Thursday, and play again on Friday. So, I think regardless, you got to get to your tape and try to make as many corrections as you can in whatever the time period allows you to.
What was most encouraging about that win that will be useful to you tomorrow night?
I think we're eliminating mistakes. If you were in our tape session, the first couple of weeks there were so many defensive breakdowns, and now we're getting down to a smaller number of breakdowns. And I think that's the goal, is that you continually get better, and a sign of getting better is eliminating mistakes. Both offensively and defensively, and then you hope that obviously we're going to be challenged pretty good tomorrow. It'll be a real good test for us to see where we're at and how we do against a very, very good mid-major type team, and it's something that we're looking forward to.
Go ahead.
Coach, offensively, you said after the American game you're pretty frustrated. Are those frustrations kind of easy now, the way you've been playing the past 3 games?
Yeah, we're getting better, which is good. And I'm happy with where we are today. We're not good enough to compete in our conference yet, but I think as of December 5th, we're in a good spot. Now, we've got practice here soon, and we're going to try like crazy to get better and continue to prepare and improve. But I think we've made some adjustments since that American game. I think we've been a little bit more efficient offensively, and we need to continue to be efficient offensively and continue to take steps forward.
Do you see, Coach, the light bulb coming on and the gears moving more with these players and learning from mistakes than maybe you saw last year?
I think so. I think and a large part of that comes from our competitiveness in practice. I think because we've got more kids that are playing minutes are harder to come by, and it's more competitive day in, day out. And that carries over to game day. Whereas times last year I felt like practices weren't really very competitive. And it's hard when you try to compete just 30 times a year when you're not used to it. When you're doing it every day in practice, it makes the games a little bit easier. And I think that's probably every coach's desire. You constantly hear coaches talk about practices being harder than the games. Well, in order to do that, you got to compete in practice, and I think we're starting to get to that.